What is up, Ball Talk Podcast? I'm your host, uh, DeAndre Ayton, and today, I'm also joined here
Let's
by Caleb
go.
Henry.
Yeah.
Um,
DeAndre Ayton. Let's go.
Today we're gonna be,
We're
uh,
gonna be doing the same thing we do every week, man.
yeah, talk about balls and
We're gonna
pods
be talking. I
and
mean,
feet
we're not
and
gonna be able to live up to last
toes.
week, unfortunately. I
I
would
think
like
we
to
will.
very much, but I don't know.
It'll happen again.
It
There was
might
so
go
much
down in
support.
history as the best episode we've ever recorded.
Hey, that went down in history as the our most popular video.
Hey,
The
man,
support
there's
we've been getting on the Ball Talk Podcast is immeasurable.
yeah, that's true. Shout out anyone who's watching this. We appreciate you greatly. And
Yeah.
we hope you find $20 on the ground.
Is it too late to change our name to Ball Cats or Ball
Yes.
Podcats?
Ball cats?
No, Ball Podcats.
Yes, it's true. I'm vetoing that.
But you get the pun, right?
Yeah, but what does that have to do with anything?
Bro, podcast, Paul Cat or Podcats.
You just want to be the Bobcats. That's what's really happening here. It's crazy to me that the Brooklyn Nets are so bad they literally don't even have a chance to get into the playoffs now.
Well, neither do the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah, but that makes sense because LaMelo Ball doesn't play.
Will
Period.
LaMelo Ball ever start playing basketball again?
I don't know, man. Too much,
Well, it's a serious question.
too much feet stuff. I don't know. Apparently
What do you mean feet stuff?
those ball shoes are bad for you. I mean, Lonzo Ball's been injured for 3 years at this point. So
Wait, so they're wearing like defective shoes out there
well,
on the court,
they're wearing the big baller brand shoes,
and they don't work very well.
and they've both been plagued with injury their whole careers, and they're the only ones who wear the shoes.
Oh, well then they shouldn't wear the shoes.
Yeah, but it's their brand.
They don't have to.
No,
Their
they
brand
don't.
sucks.
I remember there was a game though where literally like Lonzo Ball, or no, there was like this thing where he was like ripping through his shoes like every other game, and he'd have to like go replace them at halftime because they were so bad that he would just tear through them during the game.
That's not a good sign.
Yeah, it's not a good sign, especially when you're injured.
I'll never wear a pair of LaMelos. Yeah, unfortunately, there is a ball talk right now that's about soccer.
Yeah, well, I won't say
We're
we're
gonna
gonna
kill. We're
kill,
gonna kill
we're not
them.
gonna kill, we're gonna kill them with our demographics and
We're
our,
gonna kill.
all right, dude.
Yeah,
I woke up yesterday morning
really.
and I received so much terrible news.
Oh
Most
no,
of it was fake because it was April Fool's. It is kind of silly to me that we have a whole holiday dedicated to lying.
I don't participate.
Why do we need to lie that much?
I participated that as like a post game ceremony of Easter.
That makes more sense to me because
But to
it
be
was
fair, I
more
stayed
e
up all night on Sunday night, so it was kind of like it was more like I just had a really long Sunday.
okay. I had to like make sure I had to see. I know I like realized I was like this news came out on April Fool's, so I had to double check. But no, this is real.
What happened?
Jeremy Sohan and Devin Vassell are both out for the rest of the season. They're
Oh
done.
no, why?
They're injured.
Oh no,
That's well, this was not my reaction. I was a little more upset, but
what? Why? Like why
'cause
are
he's
they injured? What
injured.
happened?
I don't know.
Okay, I
I
know,
don't know what
but why?
happened. I mean, realistically, the Spurs are probably just trying to tank, and they're like, well, these guys,
Let's get one of our best players out. Or I guess two.
yeah, are two like it's just gonna be Victor Wembanyama out there with a bunch of guys who can't
Okay, he
really
injured
score.
his ankle and he's out for the rest of the season. Okay, come
I
on,
know they're tanking. They want Reed Shepard, dude.
dude. Reed Shepard is not. He's gonna be like a second round pick, and he's gonna go to the G League,
I
and
was
he's gonna
actually
be in the
looking
G
at
League
some
for the Knicks.
mocks,
Fuck that
and
guy.
like Reed Shepard, Rob Dillingham, and Antonio Reeves are all projected to go in the first round. Like that low key sucks for Kentucky.
Well, two of them were seniors. Might have been. I think. I think they. Wait, Rob Dillingham was not a. Was
He's
Rob
a
Dillingham
freshman.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Wow. Okay.
The Antonio Reeves is the senior though.
Okay. I would like to see Antonio Reeves. The thing is, he's already kind of old.
Yeah,
I
well
mean,
that's why
23 is not that old, but he is older.
it's old for
Um,
NBA. Yeah,
but I honestly think Antonio Reeves could be like a really like pretty good. He's a forward, right? Or no, he's a
he's
short,
like a
small guard.
shooting guard.
He's a shooting guard, yeah. But he's like 6'6", and I think
Yeah,
he's actually really good at basketball. So I would be excited to see where this guy goes in the future. I'd personally, you know me, I'd like to see him on the Bucks. I don't think that's gonna
I
happen,
don't. They'd have to. He'd
but
have to fall pretty far.
yeah, I think that'd be cool though. Um,
I feel like he's gonna be in
he
like
could be
that.
on the Suns,
Maybe. I think well, the Suns don't have like any picks for the rest of
exactly,
eternity.
but he
So,
could be on the Suns.
but I was gonna say he's kind of like the Jaime Jaquez kind of type player, where it's
I
like he's not gonna
don't
be
know
a
much about
lottery
that guy.
pick, but he's gonna be like in the early 20s, late 10s, and he's just gonna be really good for some team.
Yeah, I think Antonio Reeves. Um, I did say that it's very highly likely, or not Antonio Reeves. Who's the other one we were talking about? Rob Dillingham.
Rob Dilling.
I think it's highly likely that Rob Dillingham will be like a first round pick. I would like to see him go to a cool team, like a team that I want to watch. But if he doesn't, that's okay.
I mean, he's a guard, right? So it'd have to be a
Yeah,
team who needs a guard. What
yeah.
teams do need? I mean, like the Magic, but they're not gonna have a super high pick.
I'd like to see him go to the Trailblazers.
They've kind
I'd
of got
also
a
like
lot
to
of
see him.
guards though.
I mean, he might have to get a passport, but I'd like to see him go to the Raptors
The
because I
Raptors.
mean,
The Raptors
I
will
want
take anything, yeah.
I honestly just want more incentive to watch Raptors games because I like watching Scotty Barnes play, but I don't like watching the Raptors lose 11 games in a row.
Yeah,
So
that's fair.
they're not very good. That's the problem.
No, they're not. I don't think they're
23 and
trying to be
51.
though.
That's not great.
It is pretty bad. Well, Scotty Barnes is done. Like he hasn't played in so long. Well, it's not been so long, but he hasn't played in a while.
Why?
Because he's injured. Everybody's injured, dude.
Are they really injured or are they just like, well, I'm
No,
not playing in the playoffs?
he's actually injured. Because they would let Scotty Barnes play. They wouldn't. You're not gonna rest a guy when there's 30 games less in the season. That's silly. The
I think,
Devin Vassell, Jeremy Sohan thing, though, I do think they're just resting them.
wow, Scotty Barnes almost averages a triple double.
He's good, dude.
He really is.
Do the
I had no
Raptors
idea.
have their pick this year? Actually, they might have traded their pick for Yaga Pirtle,
Bro,
the center on their team. They might not. I think it's protected, but the Raptors might be terrible and not have a first round
doesn't that
pick
guy
this
play for
year.
the Spurs?
Yeah, they traded the something and a first round pick for Yaga Pirtle.
Oh, okay.
Yaga. That's a cool name. That's like an NBA player name, I would say.
Jakob Podol?
Because it's spelled Jacob,
Well, yeah,
but you're not supposed to say it like that. And his last name
man.
spelled like I don't even know how you would say that in layman's terms.
Podol?
Podal, yeah, Hurdle. It's there is like an R in there for some reason though.
No, there isn't.
No, I mean like in when you say it, there's supposed to be an R.
Well, then they should have put one in his name.
Yeah, no, it's a little
I mean,
misleading.
really.
Honestly, I mean last night we had a lot of I won't say a
Hmm.
lot of good games. Devin Booker dropped like what 50. That's pretty cool.
Dude, in an offensive heavy game.
I was not watching. I was watching the women's NCAA tournament. I'll be
Did you hear
honest.
that Clayton Clark got hurt?
No, she did not.
Yes, he
That's what I'm
did.
saying. All these April Fool's posts. It was so I was like, I need to get off social
Wait,
media.
wait, she didn't?
No, she played the whole game. She dropped 40 points.
Bro,
That's what I'm
that
saying. It's
pissed me off.
stupid. We don't need a holiday dedicated to lying and spreading misinformation.
Keemstar put out on his own Twitter that he died,
Yeah.
and
All
everybody in
right.
the comments was so mean to him. He's such a nice guy.
No, that
I actually
one.
really like Keemstar.
No, you don't.
I do.
I'm gonna put up a bunch of clips of him doing terrible things just to emphasize that we are
Just,
anti-Keemstar, even though we stole his intro.
you can be.
I guess we can steal his intro. We can't be too anti-Keemstar.
Wait, OSU was the number 1 seed in the women's basketball tournament, and they didn't win.
Didn't they lose in like the first round?
Yeah. Oh well. To be fair, OSU is not. They mess up a lot. Um.
Whatever that means.
Well, it's OSU, man. I don't trust him with anything. So I want to put this out there. Um. I did not have a good bracket this year. I
Bro.
had 50, my max points was 56. I have 56. I do not have a single team. I guess I have Purdue. I have Purdue winning. Do you know that everyone knows this? But there's an 11 seed, North Carolina State, at least I think,
Yeah.
um, in the Final Four.
I have heard, well, I actually know that, yeah.
I mean, even their fans probably didn't think they were going to get to the Final Four.
I mean, if Kentucky had won that one game, they would be here easily.
Kentucky would be there right now. Yeah,
Easily.
very much so. Yeah, because the teams we would have had to play were like Marquette and Duke. That's pretty easy. Duke is known for getting really lucky and going to the Final Four, but not when they play us.
I do want to say all the
Uh,
Jared McCain stuff, I'm very
who?
anti. The guy on Duke who like sings and does TikTok dances. We need to stop being mean to silly people on the internet. We need to let
What's his
people be
name?
silly. Jared McCain.
Jared McCain.
We need to be
All
pro
right,
silly on in all regards, I think.
and he does like TikTok dances.
Dude, he just goes, yeah, but the thing is, I don't know if it's fully ironic, but it's definitely at least a little ironic. I think
There's one of him painting his nails.
he's doing intentionally because people are so upset about it. Which and then people get more upset because they're like, look, he's like so crazy and so I don't know.
Caleb, he's painting his nails in this one.
Any people are allowed to paint their nails.
We're gonna put this up for everyone to take
Okay.
in.
You're just sending me this picture because I'm not going on like a TikTok search.
No, 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 no. I I went to the website. I'm not downloading TikTok,
I think
but
didn't he actually get like a sponsored deal with like a
I
not
mean,
like
he gets a good amount of views on all his videos, so maybe he's doing it well.
it's all hate. It's so much hate and he's just a silly little guy and we need to be pro that.
No bio yet.
Dude, that's silly, dude. I don't understand why people are being so mean. It's just not that serious. And he's like a freshman too. He's not even like if you're like
Mm,
35, maybe yeah, don't like you there's like a little less lenience there. But if you're like 19 and 20 and you're just being silly on the internet, I feel like we gotta
wow.
relax. We gotta relax a little bit.
1 month ago, from r/Duke Blue Planet, Duke singing five-star freshman guard Jared McClain serenades students with viral TikTok.
It's so silly. Dude, I hate Reddit. If you're on Reddit, you're not allowed to watch this podcast, actually.
Yeah, you are.
All right, that's not true, actually. What is like the bar, I guess? If you have more than 4 million Reddit karma, you're not allowed
Nah.
to watch this podcast. Did you watch either of the Iowa LSU or who was it? UConn USC? Did you watch either of those games?
Don't believe in women.
You don't, I mean, they're real. I'll tell you that.
Not for sure.
Genuinely, both of those games were better than any of the March Madness games I've watched. Like, no lie. I don't know. They have like real, actual star players. And I don't know. It's just kind of cool. The Caitlin
What
Clark Angel Reese rematch definitely lived up to the hype.
are you actually getting into women's basketball?
Dude, you need to watch at least one of those two games and just think about like the last men's NCAA game you watched and how much better the women's one was.
I watch I watch the playoffs. I watch them if there's one on Thursday night.
There may or may well, isn't that's literally when March Madness is, isn't it? The
I don't know.
men's, I mean. Yeah, I guess you
Oh,
don't care. Dude, if Kentucky was in the Final Four, we would have a full 3 hour segment about March Madness.
yes,
I feel kind of
but since
bad.
they're not, I don't care.
All right.
Apparently, the LSU Iowa game was the most wet women's game of all time.
It was so good. I'm telling you, man, it's worth watching that. And the UConn USC one is actually pretty good too. I did not know about. I'm learning more about women's basketball.
So
I'm
you're
learning
telling me that women
names.
are like, I mean, I know they're good at playing basketball, but it's like,
I,
it's worth watching. It's not just layups and 3 pointers,
I mean, that is what it is. That
but
is
it's
what
like cool though.
basketball
They're doing
is.
cool shots.
Yeah.
They're like running a screen or something.
I mean, literally just watch every Caitlin Clark possession and just think about how terrible that would be to have to guard her. She will just pull up
So
from
it's like
half.
ball handling and stuff.
She will pull up from half court on the
Mm.
logo, hand in her face, and just knock down the shot. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, if I was tasked with guarding her, I don't know what I would do.
Well, you did. Did you see that tweet that said like what's stopping her from going to the NBA?
I've seen some discourse, yeah, but we
Draymond
started that.
Green.
I'm taking credit for yeah, okay. Draymond Green is stopping a lot of people. Draymond Green's putting Rudy Gobert to chokehold, so I don't think that's a Caitlin Clark thing.
Have you seen that video? I saw this yesterday. It's one is a child predator and the other one started a pandemic. And it's this video of Rudy Gobert like moving his arm a little bit and Josh Giddey falling on the ground. And it just, I mean, I laughed at that for about 3 seconds. Man, that's a record.
Dude, sometimes I'll see a Josh Giddey post and just be like,
I feel so bad for everybody involved.
oh man. Josh Giddey's been playing really good recently. I don't want to have to shout
He
him
has
out, but he's
no
had
shut him
like
out.
30-point triple doubles in the past like 4 games.
Yeah,
It's absurd.
he's gifted, man. I've been saying it for years.
It makes me mad that he's gifted. I'm upset about it.
It shouldn't. It should be like, wow, I should give
No,
him a second
I'm
chance.
he's getting his second chance right now, but I don't know.
You're giving it to him.
Do you have any thoughts? Okay, this is another kind of college basketball discourse that I was
College
seeing.
basketball, of course.
How do you feel about Zach Edey? Do you feel like he is a draftable guy? Because I feel like most people are saying this guy's like at best a high second round pick. Like
The problem is he's 7'4".
that's like a good thing though.
I know, and he's big and he's bulky, but he's
He's
no Wimbanyama. All right, and there's gonna
no,
be a lot of comparisons. There already are,
not to
but I mean,
Wembanyama.
no, come on. Wimbanyama is a guard in a giant's body.
Yes, seriously.
But this dude, I've never seen him play, but I know he's good. But the thing is, it's like compare like he is just tall. Like if I was 7 foot
Yeah,
four, I would not be as good as Zach Edey, but I'd be pretty good.
you might be. Well, the thing is,
But
he's
the
a
thing is,
very
if Zach Edey was like 6'6", we probably wouldn't be talking about
well. He'd be playing differently as well. But I do agree with you. He's a very one-dimensional player. Like if he's not getting a post touch or blocking a shot, he's not really doing a lot. I mean, he can screen okay. I watched that game. I forget. I should remember who Purdue played against, but I don't.
him. Ooh, Purdue, Purdue.
No, but anyway, like I was watching that
That's
game and
funny.
there was just so many foul calls, dude.
Mm.
It was just like literally he had like 40 points in 20
I mean, he's
minutes.
like a little magnet, dude.
It's Tennessee, Tennessee. Yeah, Dalton Connect. See, Dalton Connect was going out there. He was running around, scoring, shooting threes, laying it up. But I mean, Zach Edey, it's like get him in the post and give him the ball and watch him get fouled. And I don't know. I do agree with you that
I
like
mean,
I don't know what would his like NBA player comparison be though. Is the only thing
Drew Timmy.
I was gonna say Drew Tim. He's kind of like Jakob Poeltl though. I feel like that's like a genuine
Really?
comparison. He's like kind of a
Hmm.
defensive guy. He's not really. He's a very one-dimensional scorer, and he can hit a free throw occasionally. Hmm. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I would draft Zach Edey. Although I guess I mean there was that report the other day that was like NBA GM say this is the worst NBA draft of all time, which may or may not be true. I mean they said that about the Giannis draft too, and well, it's probably up there, but there's Giannis. So there's always a chance that there's some guy who gets drafted at like 16th and just becomes a Hall of Famer. We'll see, though. We'll see. I still have not done a ton of research on all these prospects, but I do think the watching March Madness is helping. I haven't watched that many games, though. But I did watch Dalton Connect versus Zach Edey. It was good. I was impressed by at least one of those guys.
Did you see that Alabama game?
I did not watch the Alabama game, but I believed in them.
The Alabama Clemson game.
Yeah, no, I didn't watch it, but I
Okay,
definitely
that's fine.
I had them in my Final Four.
I
So
mean, I had Clemson in my Final Four,
you were close,
and
actually.
yeah, everybody was telling me, "Wow, dude, you were wrong about everything else, but that Clemson game." And
That's
now,
so big. And there's no hope left.
did you see that Riley Aller was like almost perfect,
He actually had a really good bracket.
like 123 points or something? Like, come on, dude.
There's no way.
We got like 79. I mean, that's the best I've seen.
Who you have
Well,
winning? Wait, well, let's make our predictions now, and then we'll move on from March Madness.
okay, okay.
Who's your men's winner?
Mm, I mean, UConn won last year. UConn's good. Every single player on UConn is probably going to the draft if they were good. If they were like, or every starting five.
Like two of them,
Um,
I think. I don't think it's
oh
all
come
of
on, they're all at least 4 star. But Purdue has Zach Edey,
them. Hmm.
and if Zach Edey wins, then he's obviously going to the NBA.
I don't know. People are not high on Zach Edey at all.
People aren't rocking with the Ed beast.
Not really.
I'd like to see North Carolina State win.
That
I
would be
don't
kind of
see
cool.
Alabama beat. I don't see Alabama. I could honestly, if Alabama beats UConn and NCST, they're not NCST. Yeah, NCST
Yeah, yeah.
beats Purdue, then NCST will win it all. But if Purdue beats NCST, Purdue's winning it all.
Hmm. So you just think whoever's oh well, that's not like the
Whoever
West or
wins this
whatever, but
NCST Purdue game wins it all. That's
I
the final
see.
because there's NCST is not going to get in there and lose to UConn. I don't see that
But
because
I feel like
for
UConn's
an
way
11,
better than Purdue.
they are better. But an 11 seed being faced up against the 1 seed in the final game, there's way more on that 1 seed than on that 11 seed, or
That
the
is
other way
true.
around.
No, I see what you mean. Yeah, who will I go with? I might just go with UConn though.
Okay,
I'm not putting any money on it though.
I won't put any money on this
I've
either.
been losing a lot of money recently.
And then the women's, I got Iowa.
Yeah, I kind of just want. I think Iowa or UConn. I don't know, man. That UConn game, I was actually. I don't know. I really much enjoyed watching that. Paige Beckers, that's her name, right? Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like you have any idea.
It's like asking me who.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Paige Beckers. Who's the other girl that was? Shoot, it's like
That's like
Canyon
asking me
Mule or
anything about
something.
local sports that isn't like. Yeah, no, that's like asking me who did the Columbus Crew play last night. It's like, well, I don't
Somebody
know.
probably. They're like their center though on UConn is actually pretty good.
Center on UConn? Who's the center on UConn?
She was I don't know her name. She was doing good though. I was proud of her.
Did she dunk?
I don't think so.
Have you seen a dunk yet in WNBA?
No, because it doesn't happen. What?
See, that's not ferocious, bro.
Nika Mule. That's who I'm thinking of.
Nika Mule?
That's not the center. That's just the other lady I was thinking about.
Her name's Nika Mule.
And yeah, it's like MU with the dots over it, HL.
Her name's Mika.
No, Nika. And I think she's like Croatian or something.
Sounds like it, bro. That's pissing. That actually. All right, she's going to Eastern Europeans here.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Well, if you do you have anything else to say about college basketball?
Nothing about college basketball, men or women's.
Okay. Well, we will transition then. I do I do want to say
Mm-hmm.
it's been a terrible week to be a Kings fan.
Really?
Yeah. I've almost
Didn't
considered
man, I don't remember his name.
Malik Monk
Yeah.
is
Dude, I was gonna
out
say,
for 4 to 6 weeks.
oh, you guys are going to the playoffs though, right? Like,
We're gonna be in the plan. There's no shot we make it on the plan.
weren't you guys just the 6 seed?
Well, to be fair, the West is like there's like a 3 game difference from the 1 seed and the 6 seed, so that's not saying much.
Weren't y'all just the 6 seed though?
We were, and then the Mavericks beat us twice.
Well, isn't the OKC the first seed right now?
Yes, they are.
That's good.
I know. I feel like there's all this Luka Doncic MVP discourse where it's like they're actually
I don't
like
see why. The problem is, I don't see why he wouldn't be the MVP.
I mean, I understand he's definitely probably the best player right now who's playing, or
But
at
Shea
least
Alexander, honestly, I can see that dude going most improved.
no, because he was.
I didn't hear anything about him last year.
Well, you didn't hear anything because you weren't locked in, but he was pretty good last year as well. I mean, he led them to the plan, and they just lost, right? Yeah.
And now they're a number one seed.
Now
Well,
they're
they also
number
have
one.
Josh Giddey now.
Yeah, sure. Well, they also have Chet Holmgren now, which
Dude, they've got the Fab Five.
they really
Well,
do.
they're like the Beatles, dude. Their starting five is incredible.
They're like the I don't I think the Beatles were only four actually.
They were.
I
They
was
had a
like trying
different
to
drummer for a while.
I was trying to remember the fifth Beatles member, and I was like, I don't know. They are kind of like the
I
Beatles.
yeah, they are like the Beatles.
It's like the Beatles and Lou Dort.
Dude, it's like who's George Harrison though?
Yeah. Okay. Wait. So it's Shea Alexander, Josh Giddey, Jalen Williams, and Chet Holmgren. I feel like Chet
All right, Chet
Holmgren.
Holmgren, Ringo.
I was gonna say Ringo. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, he's Ringo.
I feel
Josh
like
Giddey's definitely John Lennon.
yeah. I guess.
He's
Well
John Lennon.
then Shea
I think
Alexander has to be Paul McCartney.
Shea is Paul McCartney because he's the best Beatle.
And then I guess
Okay,
that's
well,
okay. I'm okay with Jalen
maybe
Williams being
Paul
George
McCartney might.
Harrison.
John Lennon is like maybe I don't know. It's between Paul McCartney. They're all really good.
But you're saying
Obviously,
who's the best Beatle? I mean, it's definitely Ringo's son.
Ringo's son is not the best Beatle.
I mean, if you took
I
a
mean, Paul
poll,
McCartney had the best solo career afterwards.
yeah.
Yeah,
But he
everybody who's
also was
listening
like the
right
only one who
now,
survived. Like what?
Ringo Starr's Paul McCartney's alive. Ringo Starr's alive. George Harrison just died recently, I
George
think.
Harrison did not just die. He has been dead, dude.
Really?
George Harrison has been dead.
Well,
I'm pretty sure
hmm.
yeah, he died before 9/11. So
He went Buddhist on their asses, right?
I think they all kind of did for a little bit.
No, no.
I mean, they were hanging out in India. They did like the Magical Mystery Tour. That's like very
They did what?
the isn't that what the album's called? Magical Mystery Tour?
Oh, is that? I've never listened to that one.
Dude, that's like probably top three for me.
I just listened to Let It Be for the first time on my way down to Cincinnati on
There's no way. You've definitely heard
Saturday
that
night.
song before.
No, I mean the album, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I had heard the song probably a million times, but I'd never actually listened to it. Man, I think that's the first time I've ever had a song make me cry. Like just
I'm not laughing at that, but
no, that is the first that album. Wow, I
that
had
is a good
no
album. I mean, it's the
idea.
Beatles.
No, and then I listened to the White Album.
The White Album's really good.
I mean, I can see how the White Album would be like considered. Oh, this is the greatest album, one of the greatest albums ever made. You know, all this that. But I mean, it's not as good as Sergeant Pepper. It's not.
I mean, this is just taste at this point. Well, it's kind of the Beatles are so cool too because they were like a boy band, and then they
Mhm.
became like a real band, and then they became like alt rock. Like I don't know, they just did so much stuff. They've got like an album in every genre of music, it feels like.
They don't have hip hop.
Okay, yeah. I get yeah. I'm kind of glad,
They
but
need, dude. I wish that the Beatles would have done reggae. Like if John Lennon would have been like, would have like,
they're sort of close. You didn't let me finish my Kings rant though. You
oh yeah,
distracted
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah.
Malik Monk is out for 4 to 6 weeks. And I don't know. That might have been I won't say it was as bad as 9/11 because it wasn't.
Whoa.
I
All
won't
right,
say that,
continue.
but that did really put a damper on my day.
Like a bigger damper than 9/11 or not?
No, you're right. Like 4,000 people dying horrifically is probably a little worse. But
It wasn't four. It was like three.
quite a
Take
few people. Okay,
out.
two people dying would be worse than Malik Monk getting injured for 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay, but one person dying would not be, is what you're saying.
One person probably would be as well. Anyway, Malik Monk is out for 4 to 6 weeks. The Kings will be in the plan. I'm manifesting it right now. Kevin Herter is out for the season. That
Fuck!
one, all right. That one,
No!
honest, that hurt a little less because he's not having a good season at all. He's been stinking it up a few games. The problem is he's like Klay Thompson in that he will shoot even if he's having a terrible game and has missed 8 shots, which is good sometimes, but
Shooters
not
shoot.
when you're like down by 6 and there's 3 minutes left.
Hey man, shooters shoot.
All right, shooters do shoot, but Kevin Herter is out. I will say
Does.
our game against the Jazz, Sasha Vezenkov and Trey Lyles are back. Big news. Big things for me. I'm a big Sasha Vezenkov fan.
Trey, did you know that Trey Lyles used to be on the same team as Devin Booker and Cat?
On Kentucky, yeah.
That was such a crazy. They had 10 star players all at once,
Trey Lyles is really good, honestly.
and we lost to Duke. I think.
Really. Kentucky, I
Yeah,
feel like has never won anything.
dude, we were 38-0.
That's absurd.
There were so many bets. It would have cost Vegas like $300 million if Kentucky went all out. So, um,
So
they docked the game, bro. I
you're saying
swear.
it's a Jonte Porter
Yeah,
situation.
yeah, for sure. I don't know what that is, but yes, because literally, dude, this guy shot when the shot clock was empty. There was like it went over by 3 seconds, and he still let off the three, and they counted it.
Wow.
I know, bro. It's cheap. They costed us that championship. I think that was 2015.
Were you even alive in 2015?
Mm-hmm. I was live and 10 years
So,
old.
so
Thought
you do
out.
remember it. Okay. That's good.
Yep.
I will say for the Kings, watching Keon Ellis has probably been one of the highlights of all season. I feel like Malik Monk is out, but at least we have some more energy off the bench. It's crazy though. I was thinking about this. The Kings have so many guards just like sitting around. Like they've got De'Aaron Fox, they've got Kevin Herter, they've got Malik Monk, they've got Keon Ellis, they've got Kessler Edwards, Colby Jones. Just a bunch of guys like just sitting around waiting to play.
Yeah, man.
Some
And
of
you
those
know
guys
you're
are way better than the others too.
on your team.
What's up?
You're only supposed to have 5 guards on your team.
Yeah, usually. We've got like 7. Oh yeah, because I guess Mason Jones is also like a guard. Oh, and Davion Mitchell. How could I not remember my favorite player, dude? Davion Mitchell is probably my favorite player. Maybe not of all time, but at least in the past like 2 or 3 years.
That's fire.
Just kind of crazy. Because he
Your
like
mom is is maybe Carlton, maybe Giannis.
oh, see, that's a much better pick because he actually does things.
He's also just like a machine. I mean, every single time I check into
He is a
anything,
machine.
I mean that dude had dropped like 115.
I'm so hyped for the playoffs, dude. We have T-2 weeks until the plan.
Did you know that when what's his name Draymond Green put Rudy Gobert in a chokehold, he got a $25,000 fine.
Hmm.
But when what's his name?
Rudy
What?
Gobert.
Yeah, Rudy Gobert flipped off the judge or whatever. He got
Yeah,
a one hundred
he didn't
dollar
even
fine.
flip off the judge. He made like the money signal. Like the refs had money on the game and they fined him.
Well, they probably do.
No, that also surprised me too. Like you put someone in a chokehold and it's like, you probably shouldn't do that.
Oh
To
come
like
on!
make a rude gesture to the referees. It's like, well,
I,
it's at least 4 times as bad as what the other guy did. Adam Silver's been listening to you, dude. You spent like the
wait.
first 7 episodes of this podcast complaining that the NBA wasn't physical enough.
All right, cut everything I've said about Adam Silver. I'm not kidding. Adam Silver, I love you. That bit I had about you putting me in your basement and getting me and feeding me Taco Bell mild sauce. Um, I don't know what to say about that, but I do love you. You're awesome. Quite a cool guy. I would I hope that you continue to listen to me. If you ever need advice, my phone number is 614-226-2749, 2743. Please contact me immediately. Adam Silver, I love you. You're not gonna believe what they've got at Yats now.
What's
They
like
got cold brew,
strippers?
dude. Yeah, actually, they got 16 strippers, bro,
All right. I'm
and they
sorry.
got cocaine.
I apologize to all of our our many viewers who are under the age of 9 years old.
Under our viewers are under 9 years. If you want to go to Yats on Grandview Avenue, 1386, they have strippers and cocaine.
Okay, all right. Let's chill out. Let's chill out. Let's reel it in. Um.
No, they have coffee.
Anyway,
Yeah. Continue.
the
My little,
Kings. I fully lost my train of thought. Were we even still talking about the Kings?
you were saying, man, they got too many guards, man.
I did
I
not
want.
say that. I'm very happy that we have a lot of guards because so many of them are injured right now,
Do they for real?
dude. And also, I feel like Domantas Sabonis might be one of the most underrated players in the NBA.
I don't know.
I don't know if you're gonna
People,
push back on that, but
it's not. I wouldn't push back on it. He's good, but I don't really know if he's underrated. I think people treat Demontis Bonus like he's like one of the best power forwards in the league because he is.
he's a center.
Is he for real?
Yes, he can't.
Hey,
Dude,
but he shoots.
yeah. Karl-Anthony Towns is a center.
And he shoots.
Yeah, Karl-Anthony Towns shoots
Oh,
way more.
that is crazy that Carl Anthony Towns is center, but he also dropped 72 points.
In a loss against the Hornets. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy that that happened.
Very unfortunate.
Can't imagine we like channel all your efforts, all your power into a basketball game, and you still lose to the Charlotte Hornets.
I can imagine that actually.
That's kind of what happened to Jalen Brunson the other day. He
Oh,
dropped
wait a minute.
60 points.
I never caught that he lost to the Hornets.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
I know. It's a bad
That's
look.
oh man.
This stain on his legacy, I would no, it's not that serious. It's impressive that he dropped that many points, honestly.
Very impressive.
I
Man,
couldn't do that.
I probably could.
If you had 10 minutes in an NBA game, how many points do you think you could score?
Two. If they
Uh,
consistently if they consistently pass me the rock, maybe six.
okay.
And
There's
I'm
no
talking
way.
most plays I had possession.
Six. There's no way you score 6 points in 10 minutes.
I could do it. I could do 6 points, 10 minutes. I could also probably drop it one assist, maybe two assists actually. That's I'm not getting a rebound or a block though. But I could
I've
probably drop
yeah.
6 points. I could drop a Pat Connaughton.
Shout out Pat Connaughton.
Dude, okay, next time I'm at Buck Park and I drop like 5 points, 5 points, 3 assists, and one rebound, I'm saying I just dropped a Pat Connaughton on your ass. Well, they're not gonna get it, but I will. And I'll say, wow, that was a banger.
That is crazy.
Pat Connaughton.
What were we talking about? I'm so bad at podcasting. I like don't even
No,
think about it.
I think we're actually really good at podcasting because if you listen to this, I don't think we've gotten a comment yet, but one day we will. And when we do, I mean, you guys literally have my phone number. I haven't gotten a call from you yet. I'm waiting. Still waiting. One day I hope that I will get to talk to a ball talk listener. It does make me wonder. I mean, if we get 30 something views on that last podcast, that's 30 people that are listening to us babble.
Yeah. Well, they might have not been there for us, let's be honest.
They might have been.
Maybe like three or four of them. We do have like 5 subscribers. Think about how many that is in terms of people.
Okay, if you think about it, that's me, that's you, that's PJ maybe, that's Lisco, and then we have an X variable, dude.
No, I don't think I do not believe that she subscribed.
Why would she not subscribe? She was on the podcast.
I don't know, man. Maybe I'll ask her. I'll send her a little DM.
You don't have her number?
Or you why would I have her number?
You ever friended on Fortnite?
Those are two very different things.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I have her street address, her phone number, everything.
There you
No,
go.
I do not. We're just
Word. Would you
too
rather have
okay, yeah.
$400,000 or a dinner date with Keon Ellis?
$400,000.
All right.
$50 or a dinner date with Keon Ellis.
I feel like I could get Keon Ellis to sign something and it'd be worth more than $50. So wait, does it have to be a date? I don't think he swings that way.
Not do you?
Well,
Hey
no,
ho.
but I feel like I'm more worried about him.
No, I don't think that matters. It is a dinner date though.
Okay.
It's the kind of dinner date where you text the
Who's
person
wait, who's
and
paying though?
don't even worry about who's paying it. That's you. You always decide who's paying when you kind of get to the end of the date, and it
Oh,
becomes an awkward situation where you're both kind of looking at the checks. Like here's a move I pull, and don't pull this. You kind of look down at the check and you go, "Whoa, whoa, you think I'm made of gold?" And then
I'm not going if I'm paying. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, just throw out like a whoo when you see the check. Anything that's like fucking $18. I mean, I think I have done that. I think I said $14 for a fucking salad. I threw
Salads
that
are
out.
expensive. It doesn't make sense to me because it's just literally like a rabbit could go and eat that and make it itself and it'd be free.
I mean, the one that we got at this place was pretty nice. I mean, it had like a whole avocado on it. Yeah, shell and all.
Oh yeah, Sheldon. Okay. At least they included the whole thing.
Good, yeah.
You really got your money's worth out of that.
Can you light a match with your mouth?
No. I do want
I
to
can.
say though, I do very much appreciate that Mike Brown is playing Keon Ellis because Keon Ellis is really, really good. I mean, it's crazy to me that someone who has played so little has so much confidence. And I know, I mean, like to be a good basketball player, you have to be very confident in yourself. But some of the shots he takes, it's like, I mean, they're good shots, but I'd be like, if I hadn't played a game for half the season and got like maybe 3 minutes, I wouldn't be taking shots. Like I'd be so scared. I'd be like, what if I miss this? I guess that's why I'm not an NBA player though. No, and his defense is crazy. Like,
Brooke Lopez, him, Brooke Lopez.
mhm.
Uh, he is good at basketball, quite good at basketball. But the thing is, I don't think that he has the most confident 3-point shot. I think Coach Doc Rivers is kind of just, or at least the coach before Doc Rivers was telling him, "Hey, Brooke, get out there, shoot that ball, 3-pointer or not. You don't want to shoot the three.
I do not think Adrian Griffin sounds like that.
I think he does. He's got a Mississippi accent. He says, "Come on now, shoot that shot, boy." And he gets up there and he shoots the shot, and he can't hit it because he's not confident from behind the arc. He does not want to take those shots, but I feel like he looks like he has to take it.
No,
It's
he
like
is
if you
confident.
either he's way too confident and it's misplaced, which I think is an element of it. It's like he's subbing in all this extra confidence to make himself look like he knows how to take the shot. Like he can ding them.
I think
Same
you
way
just haven't watched a good Brook Lopez game.
most of the games I've watched of Brooke Lopez, I'm like, Brooke, why are you taking that shot? Giannis is
You
open.
practice that shot.
Damian Lillard is open. Chris Middleton is on the bench, but they're
Hey, Chris Middleton's back. Chris Middleton's been back. Come on.
that's true. That's true.
No, I do agree with you. It does feel like the Bucks are still trying to build up that chemistry though, and it's like getting a little late in the season for them to still be having this sort of
I mean,
things.
they are a second seed, right, or third? Are we
I
third already?
know. I mean, they're like what the stats like they're 14 and 13 with Doc Rivers though. I mean, the pace that Adrian Griffin had them going at, they could have been like competition for the Celtics.
We still are. When we played the Celtics, we fucked the Celtics. We didn't have Giannis, and we were down. We lost by 2.
No, no, no. I'm not saying in the playoffs. I'm saying the regular season. Like you guys are not really close at all.
When we played the Celtics piss their pants. They don't know what to do.
Celtics
It's
did
like
lose 2 games in a row to the Hawks.
it's like the yeah, and it was a pretty bad one to the Hawks. I don't
Those
I
are both
don't see.
close games.
I can see the Heat beating the Celtics again.
Dude, that could be a first. Well,
I think the Celtics' hands are going to get cut off and put up their ass.
wow. Okay. I don't know if it's that serious. Okay, no, but that Heat stuff reminded me. There have been some murmurs in the streets. I don't know if you've heard of this.
Uh,
There's been murmurs in the streets that Joel Embiid will return.
to the Heat.
No, to the 76ers. But we're talking about the plan. And I don't know. There's actually reports that he might come back as early as tonight. There's probably an update on that at this point, but I'm not looking.
With an ACL?
It was not an ACL. No, it was meniscus, right?
Did he tear it or hurt it?
I don't think he had surgery, so I don't think he like fully tore it. I don't remember. Yeah, somebody, if you are very interested in Joel Embiid's injury, then look it up and don't
Yeah,
take my word
my
for it.
4226-2743. Send it to me as well, actually.
But anyway, the
That
76ers are the 8th seed right now.
the 8th seed?
Joel Embiid is on his way back. Obviously, they've not been as good because they lost their MVP candidate, leading scorer of the NBA. But I'm just curious now. This plan, the 7-8 seeds might be some tough matchups in the first round.
Yeah.
Because the way it's looking right now, you're either getting the Heat or the 76ers with Joel Embiid.
And that's the first game that happens, right?
The plan, well, it'll be 9-10 Bulls Hawks, and then it'll be Heat 76ers. Whoever loses the Heat 76ers game plays the winner of the 9-10, and that's the 8th seed.
What day is the first game?
Of the plan, I think it's like April 16th. So like 2 weeks from now exactly.
Man, I am very pumped for that.
I
It's
know
crazy that we're
too.
podcast on the night of the play-in.
We might move it forward. We'll see. We might do Monday.
Like, I kind of want to watch that.
I know, me too. That's why I'm like,
Honestly, I don't even care. I'm gonna
I
watch
care
all.
so much.
I'm probably gonna watch. I mean, I'll probably watch all the Bucks games.
You better, dude.
But dude, the fact that there's like they could be 7 games.
But they're
I mean,
spread out. There's no
come.
back-to-backs in the playoffs. I mean, you will have time to watch Bucks games, or
Plus the
at
Bucks
least
are-
at least highlights.
I'll watch the Celtics game. I'll watch all of those.
Really? Even if they're playing the Hawks in the first round?
No. I mean Bucks Celtics in the final. In like
Oh, the conference finals.
yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Projected conference finals, we'll see.
Oh, come on.
But my question was,
Writers aren't writing that.
that
And
would
you
be
know
a
it-
very fun.
It's gonna be Bucks Lakers in the final. I mean, come on, get
No,
out of
it's
here.
not. The Lakers
We
are
both-
not making the plan.
We both know that.
In the playoffs, sorry. The Lakers are not making the playoffs. I will say it right now. The Lakers and the Warriors, neither of them are making the playoffs. I'm very
Bro,
confident about this. No, and I'm not just saying this because that would mean that my Kings, okay, the Sacramento I gotta stop saying that. The Sacramento
Your King.
the Sacramento Kings would have to lose in order for that to happen. And I don't want that to happen. So manifesting a Kings playoff appearance. That's what I'm doing right now.
Come on, manifestation ain't real.
Dude,
That's some punk assery. I
it
mean,
might be.
manifesting is the same thing as me saying, "Oh fuck, I hope I don't get hit by a train tonight." And then if I don't get hit by a train, it's like, "Whoa, let's go!" My manifestation came true.
Okay. Going back to the Eastern Conference plan though. If you're the Celtics and the Bucks, would you rather play the Heat or the 76ers in the first round?
Celtics and the Bucks.
Yeah, because that's 1-2 right now, and they're either getting the Heat or the Sixers.
All right, let's just say I'm the Bucks because if I had to be both, that's too confusing.
Okay,
So-
yeah, sure.
If I am the Bucks, I would prefer to play between the Hawks and the Pacers. Is that what you said?
No. The Heat and the 76ers.
Heat and the 76ers. All right, the Heat has Jimmy Butler,
Mm-hmm.
and the 76ers has, all right.
They will have Joel Embiid back.
They will have Joel Embiid back, but I don't really want to play Jimmy playoffs Butler.
I guess that's what I'm saying. That's a tough. Like the idea is if you're the first or the second seed, the first round's supposed to be like easy, and you just make it past. But both of
This
those could
won't-
be tough series.
I mean, I would like to see the 70s. The thing is, which team would I like to play less? Probably the Heat. I mean, I don't want to play either. That's my long answer.
I know. Yeah, I mean that's the right answer, but it doesn't seem like they will have a choice unless those teams make major pushes here.
Well, in that case, I would prefer to play the Pacers. Or sorry, well, I guess I would play the Pacers.
You would
I
prefer
would-
to play the Pacers.
I would prefer to play the Heat, maybe.
Okay. I think
Yeah,
that's fair.
play the Heat but the 76ers just have Joel. All right, fine. I would
They got
prefer
Tyrese Maxey.
they do, I suppose.
Tyrese
I would-
Maxey good.
I prefer to play the Heat. Yep, prefer to play the Heat.
I guess you're right. They don't have Max Strus anymore, or Gabe Vincent.
I don't know who either of those guys are, but they do have Jimmy
I
playoff
mean,
vote.
those are the guys that beat the Bucks last round or last year. So
Wait, the Bucks lost to the Heat last round, didn't they?
last year, yeah, they were the one seed. They got upset.
Didn't the Celtics lose to the Heat though?
The Celtics lost the Heat as well. That was a crazy run. I mean, in like 15 years, people are gonna look back on that Heat run and be like, "How did this happen?" 'Cause there's no way they should have been in the NBA Finals last year. It's so crazy. But it's also like I am kind of starting to get the sense of like we're expecting so much from the Heat when they've
Mm,
just not proven themselves to be that. I mean, they're the seventh seed right now for a reason. I understand the playoffs, they can really turn it up, but like I mean, last year they were like one good Max Strus game away from losing in the play-in, which is crazy. Uh, I don't know. That's a tough. The Heat and the 76ers in the first round. I mean, both of those sound like they would suck, low key,
I don't see why the 76ers are not higher. I guess it's because
because Joel
Joel Embiid.
Embiid has been out. I mean,
I
Tyrese
mean,
Maxey's good, Kelly Oubre is good, but they're not that good.
if I am on the Bucks, I would honestly just try to get Joel Embiid to foul out. Um,
Yeah, it's more likely the other way, where Joel Embiid is getting someone to foul out.
that is because Joel Embiid is like the foul master.
He really is.
Dude, if they honestly, yeah, okay, yeah. And I'm gonna pick playing the Heat because when watching the game, I don't want the game to suck because I just have to watch free throws.
Okay. I think that's fair. I do kind of agree. I mean, this it could backfire very easily. That's the only thing. Like the Heat have proven themselves that they can make things happen in the playoffs. But I just feel like also as a Bucks team who got like embarrassed last year, there's like some extra motivation to play hard against the Heat in that series. To be like, yeah, this is not happening again. We're real this time. So I
That's
think I
true.
would agree with you.
I would rather us play the Heat because also, I mean, we have Damian Lillard now, and nothing would stop us from dominating Jimmy.
I mean, nothing. Yeah, and it is true. Last year, I mean, Drew Holiday couldn't really do anything against Jimmy Butler. So,
Drew Holiday is like a sandwich, bro, with no lettuce.
dude, just bread.
Lettuce is the green, bro. He don't hit shots.
That's not true. Drew Holiday was really good. If the Celtics win the finals, Drew Holiday will be a big part of that.
Nah.
Yes, he will. No Drew Holiday slander on this podcast. This podcast, as they say. Um, I guess on the other side of things, the Rockets did lose and the Warriors won. It was either yesterday or the day before, but so I don't know. We talked about this last time about whether the Rockets would be able to catch the Warriors. And they've been really close. They've been as close as like one game away, but it's seeming to me like it will not happen. I would really like it to. I think it'd be really cool to see the Rockets in the plan, even if they lose. I mean, I just feel like that's such a cool story. And just like,
Rockets in the play-in?
what?
The Rockets in the play-in?
Yeah, I think that'd be super cool.
Why?
Because that'd be like such a turnaround for them. They've been sucky for like 4 years. Ever
Ever since
since James Harden, yeah, literally, ever since James Harden left, they've not been very good. And it's kind of cool to see Jalen Green finally like find his footing. As early, maybe not that, but he's had like such a great month of just crazy games and
I
crazy
get
shot making.
uh, which Jalen is this?
Jalen Green,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Which Jalen is this? Like, what's his deal?
Oh, he's on the Rockets. He's a
Oh,
guard and he's an elite scorer and not a great defender.
okay.
Okay, I'm curious if you had to choose one like sleeper playoff team to win, or at least like greatly exceed expectations, who would it be?
Who's Kevin Love playing for right now?
The Heat.
Yeah, I got the Heat.
Dude, that would mean they have to beat like the Bucks though.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair. I think I guess you're right. I guess you're right. Who will I choose?
I got Kevin. I mean, I would like to see Kevin Love play for the Spurs.
Really to see anyone play for the Spurs.
Yeah,
I am very intrigued by what the Spurs do this offseason. Like,
they're gonna have Wembanyama practice doing jumping. They're gonna say, Wembanyama, we need you to start doing a leg press every day.
he does not need to jump any higher, dude. If he can block threes from like the middle of the court, I don't think he needs to jump any higher.
He needs to be able to block the half court from middle point.
I don't think that's physically possible.
It can be if he starts jumping.
No.
They need to start doing him to like get taller, because I mean we don't want Zach Edey being the tallest guy in the NBA.
Zach Edey will not be the tallest guy in the NBA.
Is it Wembanyama the tallest guy in the NBA, right?
Hey, yeah, because Taco Fall isn't playing anymore.
Man, imagine naming your kid Taco. What the
And
fuck?
he makes it to the NBA.
Well,
I feel like even if you play 1 year in the NBA, that's like such an achievement.
I honestly, will you think about marrying a tall woman and naming your kid something crazy just so you can have a chance?
I literally was thinking about that the other day where I was like, I might just name my kid Jalen. Because it seems like there's a lot of Jalen's in the NBA. You know, I just think my last name isn't good enough to have like an NBA son or a WNBA daughter.
The thing is, if it was just you were the only kid, you gotta take the last name. But since you're just one of three, maybe even four, I guess four technically, you can just take the wife's name if you don't fuck with your own last name at that point. Like if her last name is like Rick, like dude, imagine your kid's name is Jalen Rick. That guy's not going to the NBA.
That guy is going to the NBA, dude. Shoot.
I
I was watching, I forget I think it was the UConn game where there was a lady named Ice.
Whoa,
it's like, that's interesting. Would you rather have a Reed Shepherd son or a Caitlin Clark daughter?
Caitlin Clark daughter all night long, brother.
That's an easy question, actually. Never mind.
All right.
That's crazy. All right. I guess are you
Caitlin Clark?
What?
Hang out with Reed Shepherd or Caitlin Clark? Yep.
I guess I'll hang out with Caitlin Clark. I feel like she might be a more intimidating presence, though. I feel like Reed Shepherd wouldn't be that intimidating to hang out with.
Shepherd would be sitting in the corner, smiling, drinking a glass of milk. I think I don't know if I would trust it. I would not trust my daughter around Reed Shepherd.
What?
He seems too pleased to be here. You know what I'm saying?
He's just enjoying life. What's wrong with that?
Please. It pisses me off.
All right. I guess we've got a little more time left.
Yeah,
I was
said so far.
I was thinking for our main segment, we kind of just like reminisce since the season will be coming to an end soon. Just on like our favorite things that happened, or just our favorite things in general from this season.
I like Damian Lillard.
I'm gonna put in like an applause sound effect right now and like cheers, like some stock audio.
This podcast started out with me saying Damian Lillard is stupid.
Yeah, you were saying Damian Midler, dude. That's just rude.
Yeah, Damian Midler. That's the way this podcast started with Damian Midler. Now it's Damian Lillard.
That's character progression right there.
It is.
I think another funny moment of this NBA season. I really like when Grady Dick and Moby Black changed their jerseys around.
Anthony Black, yeah.
Yeah. I quite liked that. I liked the fact that Steph Curry is now mid.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, outside of that, I think that's about where I'm calling it on my take.
Those the only things you enjoyed?
Yeah.
Everything really stupid. I enjoyed watching the Rockets this season.
I like that I discovered Scotty Barnes.
Yes, dude.
Every time I see something that guy did, I said, "Wow, this guy's awesome." Like it started out with me thinking, "Wow, this guy's silly." Did you see that video of him like
just screaming in somebody's ear when he's taking the free.
Yeah.
I mean, that's hilarious. I don't think he is.
He's just
I
got
think
that dog in him, dude. He's
I think he's
competitive.
actually just free. I think he's a free bird, dude. I
He
think
is
he's
a
a free
freak.
spirit.
I would agree. I think that's a better way to look at it.
Genuinely, it inspires me because he just does whatever he wants.
I think one of my favorite moments also was just like Killian Hayes being the central talk of the trade deadline and then getting waived. It was so funny because literally people were like, where will Killian Hayes go? Here's the top Killian Hayes destination this trade deadline. And the Pistons just waived him.
You know, I don't think he's getting picked up.
It does not, well, okay. I feel like there's like a 1 season gap before you have to like give up and go to like Taiwan. So I think he's got some time left.
Where would he go?
Probably back to France, I guess.
That's not what I mean.
What do you, you mean in the NBA?
Yeah.
There's
And
still a
why is he really
chance.
French?
He is really French, yes.
Wow. So he's a freak.
I mean, he can always go back to the Pistons, I guess.
Well, they did waive him. He can't always go back to the Pistons.
No, I mean, they waived him. They can re-sign him though if they want.
Does he? What team would he belong on? Like his play style, all that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. The problem is he's like not a good scorer. There's not a lot of
The
teams
problem
that
is he's not
need.
very good at basketball. When
He's
it really
actually
he's,
like a
he's
decent
defensive, you
playmaker
know,
and
but
yeah, he's an okay defender, a solid defender. I would even
okay.
go.
I mean, I like me versus Killian Hayes. He's probably going to be better than me. But
You
eh,
are just like a more confident Killian Hayes with like a slightly better jump shot. It's
wow,
kind of crazy.
that's terrible to describe me as that. But is Killian Hayes my actual NBA comparison?
No, because he's a better defender.
Yeah, I just don't really put my back into it when I'm
You just
defending.
don't. Yeah, you're like Larry Bird.
I'm like Larry Bird. I'm like if Larry Bird and Killian Hayes, um, you know,
Had a son and then did not raise
yeah,
him.
yeah. And he was raised by he's raised in a nunnery,
Yeah,
and he wasn't allowed to eat until he was 15.
you would not be alive.
That's why he's 5'9". Well, I'm not 5'9", but
You might be. We've never seen
I'm
a
really
picture
not.
of you. I have really enjoyed the Keegan Murray progression and him becoming like a really good defender. I mean, some of the stats that he has, like he holds Luka Doncic to like 18 points a game, which sounds like a lot, but it's also Luka Doncic.
Well, I
And
mean, wait, he holds Luka to 18 points a game?
yeah, that's like his average.
Well, how many times have they played each other
I think like 4 times. No, like it might be like 6 actually.
this season?
Yeah.
That's so many.
I mean, yeah, they're in like the same division, aren't they? I could be wrong about this. Don't quote me on that.
Conference?
Yeah. No, well,
Hmm.
there's conferences and there's divisions. You play the people in your division more than your conference, and then you play people in your conference more than the other conference.
Really?
hmm It's just for like flights, so that you don't have to be going all over the place all the time.
So they can drive?
I no, I mean I think they still fly, but like you wouldn't want to have to go to Toronto and then to Oregon and then to Florida. Like that would suck.
You think?
Yes, that sounds like a terrible flight. In the course
So
of like 3 or 4 days.
that sounds so fun.
No. Well, that sounds fun to you because all you do is drive around anyway. I also very much
Sure.
enjoyed
And a
Jalen
mouse.
Brunson's progression. I think Jalen
Yeah,
Brunson going from like
I didn't know that name yet last
I
year.
know, literally. I mean, he was good. He was still definitely very good last year. He was like all-star worthy last year, but even like to jump from that to like all NBA scoring 60 points, like that's crazy to me. I mean, this guy was just sitting on like the Mavericks bench a couple years ago, just hanging out.
Wait,
And
he scored 60 points?
yeah, him and he had a little duel with Victor Wembanyama.
What do you mean a duel? They were on horses?
No, they just played each other. The Spurs versus Knicks. Wembanyama had like 40 points and 20 rebounds, and Jalen Brunson had 60 points. And the Spurs won.
Why were those guys? Jalen Brunson isn't a center, is he?
No, he's a point guard.
Why were those two competing?
When I say competing as in they were on opposite teams and they were the primary scorers on those teams.
But you phrased it as a duel. Like
They
they
were
stood on
dueling.
some dirt road. They stood on a dirt road with two hand pistols, and like,
No, nobody died. Nobody got shot.
yeah. Well, I
Sorry.
don't know. We
Sorry.
don't know about that.
Okay.
You think Russell Westbrook could pull it back this year?
He has.
For real?
I don't think it's fair to expect Russell Westbrook to do more than what he's doing right now at this point in his career.
Well, he's only like 23.
It's like 30 something.
No, he just came into the league like 5 years ago.
Okay. I feel like this is a crazy bit. He's 35,
what do you mean?
dude.
Yeah.
That's old. And he's like relied very heavily on his athleticism throughout his career.
How tall is he? 6'1"?
Yeah, basically. Which is crazy that he has like 20 rebound games at that height. Yeah, I think that's all of the things I had written down to talk about, like I said. So I mean, if you feel done, then I would say we're done. Next week though, come prepared. Top 15
Next week,
players.
can we title this video the worst podcast we've ever made?
No. All right, thank you for listening. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. We will see you next week.